All right. The other video isn't even off this GoPro yet. So I got my new phone, and it's supposed to be shockproof, waterproof, so it's not a brand name that I recognize. But anyway, so it's going to take like hours to copy my stuff over. It's saying about 3 hours right now, so we're just going to keep going ahead, because I'm not waiting 3 hours to get that going, right? So, got some stuff to do here for show. You see another wand over there I was getting ready to start working on before I just decided to say, before I thought it was like 3 hours. I'm like, screw that. All right, let's go ahead and take some of this down here. And let's take a look. This area right here needs to come down a little bit. This gradualness is good. I'll eventually want to take some of this down to make it almost like a spine. Not a big one, just barely noticeable spine that rolls, you know, straight. I think I called that giving it the serpentine shape earlier in the series. I'm not sure. Slept since then. Let's go to work on that some. All right, so here, as you might be able to see, it's getting kind of thick. It goes thick pretty fast. So let's just go ahead and start getting some of this down. Let's take down some of these sides just a little bit. I realize that'll make that hump not work quite as well or be as pronounced without some extra work, but I mean, isn't that the name of this game? Okay. Let's go ahead and fashion that some. I didn't end up checking how long this is, because I was right, and the curve on there is just not. I mean, the curve itself is, the box is only like 4 inches tall. So, reasonably sure that that's going to be over that, or at least so close that it wouldn't get packed right. So, go. I'm not sure I'm going to take these down yet, but I know I'll need to at some point. Let's make this a little bit more gradual here. Oh, yes. There we go. Let's take this down some. Just some general reduction here. And now we don't want to put this down some. It's so thick. I want to give it just a little bit. I don't want to take this down too much more, but I'll need to give it a more solid grip, and also would encourage it to be use these fingers to push it up against the palm here, which will kind of force it to be used more in the perspective that I wanted to, depending on the hand, but overall, right? So just go ahead and do some of this. Okay, see some tear out there. Let's get this out from the other side. Right. Oop. Expect a little bit more resistance there, obviously. Down. Let's take this down. Okay. All right, now let's work on some of these other areas. Now, if I remember right, this area has been a problem with grains. I just can't remember where that starts. I mean, it can change at any time. Okay, went pretty smoothly. Always thankful for that. Alright, I'm going to start this general reduction here. I mean, it doesn't need to feel like you're holding a cooking pan or something, you know. I was afraid of. I just can't get in there with the angle of this thing quite as easily. Come on. Go. Better. But I need to start gauging this more about how it feels down here than how it looks, right? Better, a little thick right here. You don't have the largest hands in the world, but it needs to sit in there somewhat comfortably. That's all right then. I need to clean this up some though, because it's got some obvious rough points there. I probably should just do that with a file, but I see it on this side too, and some of that's going to be angle. The other part's going to be grain. There we go. Okay, that's just got to go with the file. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, still don't like this, but it is what it is. I think I need to re-accentuate this a bit. I'm not getting, it's getting a little straight. Go. I should work for that. All right, let's go ahead and start taking into this next some. All right, give that a whirl. Let's take a look at our angle here since we did some hacking on it. It's actually not too bad. Try to reduce this some. Okay. Add this little notch right there. All right, let's work on that. Getting a little deep there. Better back off on that side a bit. It's about to tear out. It's going to be difficult, potentially. Okay. Right. Okay. A little bit of red here. That needs to come down just a little bit more. I should probably use a file for that. That doesn't mean I can't mark it red though. Okay. I know this looks good. It looks all right when I'm looking at it pointed down the barrel, if you will, but I'm not pleased. All right. This needs to be a little bit more gradual here. Can't be quite as thin either. All right, let's do it. I know I said file, but I forgot. It happens. Okay. Go. Look at it. So you don't want to go down here with that. I might have to match this, but I don't know that I want to. Not bad, not bad. I think cleaning this whole thing up with the file is probably going to be the best way to go. So it's probably what I'm going to do with the rest of this video if you're not into that. I haven't decided how aggressively I'm going to do that quite yet. I think I can. Because I still have room to reduce this if I really want to. I'm just not sure if I really want to, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Yeah, you see it just falling off. It's really aggressive file. Switch over this one for the flat parts. Alright, go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but it's definitely leaving marks. One of the problems I have with this file is that the grooves are so thin that it gets fouled much easier. Kind of like a filter when you put too much stuff through it in the lab, or it becomes blocked. Not as much wants to go through. It's because the filter is fouled. And it happens with files too. That's what that brush is for, is you see me use it. This is probably my least favorite part, frankly. Not bad, not bad. There's still some patches a little bit too rough. But like I said, each file or piece of sandpaper is preparing it for the next less coarse grade. Hopefully less coarse, otherwise you're making major changes. And I may have to here in some of these places because it's just going to be easier to get to some of these spots with sandpaper. I've got some rougher stuff. I mean, hell, I've got a belt sander. It's just, I've got several actually, but one's a big one, and another is a small one that it's just some Amazon junk, but it can be handy. But that would make this hand done. I mean, I guess hand tools, according to Etsy, hand tools count as hand done, even if they're guided by hand. So a Dremel would still count. All right, well, let's go ahead and what's my time? 24. All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and end this here. I'll basically be picking back up and using another thing. My phone still has about 2 hours left, so I don't even know at that point if I'm going to be able to download videos over, if I have to put the software on it and change all sorts of stuff and make sure it's using my external storage disk, disk or not. So we'll see. We'll be back.